friends, welcome back to the channel. My name's Molly. I'm the founder, owner, operator, everything for Lacquer22, a small nail polish company. But today we're going to be talking makeup, and specifically indie makeup. So while I have not experienced every single brand out there, I really prefer indie makeup compared to your mainstream brands. So I have a list here, a whole stack really of products that I would recommend that I have tried, and just kind of some examples of how great they are. Let's get into it. So I have a stack of products. Originally I was going to go in alphabetical order, but that didn't work well for stacking. So we're just going to start at the top and work our way down. The first brand I want to feature is Gourmande Girls. So I have two palettes that I pulled out. I have 4 total from them. The first one is called Nightshade, beautiful. And then the second one is Nueva Vida with Steph's Beauty Stash. Okay, if you go back on my channel a little bit and you watch one of the reviews I did of the brand, I am not super duper impressed. And honestly, I stand by that because there are some shades that I would have preferred to be the knockout shades that just didn't perform very well. Shimmers have been beautiful. Most of the mattes have been good, but those couple duds really get to me. That said, the Nueva Vida palette is absolutely beautiful. I have not found a problem with any of these shades, and I'm really hoping they bring this formula, this perfected formula, going forward. I really enjoy this palette. I think this company has a lot of good things going for it. They do have some other products as well, but I've only tried their eyeshadows. But I highly recommend at least checking out the eyeshadows. I'm super in love with this palette. It's absolutely beautiful for summer, and I do really enjoy Steph's Beauty Stash's channel. This is also a Texas-based brand. Love that. So that's added points for me because I'm also in Texas. I just really recommend checking them out at least. Their shimmers, again, are really pretty, and most of the mattes, are really good as well. So I think you'll be happy with your purchases. The first 3, so all the palettes I have besides Nueva Vida, I ordered during Black Friday, and I'm very happy with the price point then if you wanted to wait for a sale. Next we have another company that I only have eyeshadows from them, but they do carry some other product categories. I just haven't tried them. And this brand is called BellaBeauteBar. So I have the recently de-influenced palette and I have the Basic Witch palette. Both of these palettes are really nice quality. Mattes are super pigmented. Shimmers are very beautiful. I will say some of the shimmers, well, I guess all of the shimmers are duochrome, multichrome, something of that sort. And I do kind of wish some of them were your typical shimmers. They're beautiful, don't get me wrong. However, some of them just don't fit, I guess, for the way that I do my makeup. Like, some of them are kind of darker, and that's just not my vibe for a shimmer typically. I really enjoy these palettes. I think they're beautiful. That would be my only thing. But if you like a darker shimmer, then no problem there. They have some lip oils they just came out with. They just teased the summer launch, which is going to be a matte eyeshadow palette, shimmer eyeshadow palette, and baked blushes. So I'm interested to see those. They haven't been revealed quite yet by the time I'm filming, but the quality of the eyeshadows is absolutely beautiful. And again, the duochromes, stunning. Don't get me wrong there. I just wish they would kind of mix it up a little bit. I really love that in recently de-influenced, these 3 like white looking ones are more topper shades. I think that's fantastic and really good to have some differentiation there. Can't go wrong. They've released some beautiful palettes. I'm kind of upset with myself that I didn't get Bejeweled during the holiday season because that was beautiful and jewel toned, if you can believe it, but maybe they'll restock this year. Anyways, good brand, good quality. Only tried their eyeshadow palettes, but I've heard good things about their other product categories. Next up in my stack, we have Nomad Cosmetics. Now, I really love the branding of this company. It's a travel-based indie brand, so all of their launches are based on a location, destination. They always go to that location. They always have some kind of charity that they're working with where some of the proceeds will go to for that launch. I am just a really big fan of their formulations. Their mattes are really nice. Their shimmers are really pretty. They typically don't do very many toppery or dimensional shimmers, which I wish they did, but they're still pretty nonetheless. So the ones I have here, we have the Okavango Safari palette. It's your neutral with a twist. So we have warm neutrals, cool neutrals, and then a row of green as well. It's absolutely beautiful. And then on the polar opposite end, we have the Royal Europe palette. So that's the cover, and just got some more jewel tone shades. And then all of these shimmers are gonna be multi-chromes. Super pretty. Again, beautiful quality. I love these just kinds of shades anyway. But this brand I think is really, really nice. I've heard a couple of disagreements with that, but I personally haven't had an issue with them. This is also a Texas-based brand out of the Dallas region, so points there. Next up in my stack here, we have Unearthly Cosmetics, and Unearthly has quite an array of products to talk about here. So first I'm going to mention eyeshadows because of course this is their Daily Grind palette. Now this is an orange based palette with a little twist of green. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I really enjoy their matte formula. Sometimes their shimmers are like regular shimmers and nothing exciting. Sometimes they're toppers and iridescent and beautiful. So it just kind of depends on the palette itself. I really love this one so much. I can't begin to tell you. I think the color story is beautiful. And then this one I get a lot of use out of as well. This is their Leather and Lace palette. So this is a kind of grungy neutral vibe, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the light, medium, deep, and then the rose shimmers as well. Can't go wrong with this one. I recommend it to so many people, and I've talked about it countless times on the channel as well. Now they also have a lot of other products as well. So I've gotten their Immortal liquid eyeliners that are multi-chrome, beautiful, so reflective. If you want to see those in action, check out the Charmer mystery box video I did. Their lip products are absolutely beautiful. So I have here three different examples. First and foremost, their satin liquid lipsticks are phenomenal. They're very creamy to go on. They're very smooth and comfortable. If you have more oily skin, I say this every time I talk about them, I would recommend powdering and setting your lips if you overline, because for me some of the shades will start to feather by the end of the day and it's not a great look. So this is one. This was in a mystery box, so you can't really get it on its own, but just as an example, I really love Samantha. It's a hot pink. I really enjoy Amber. It's a kind of like terracotta type shade for fall. It's beautiful. And then I've really enjoyed a lot of the ones that are in mystery boxes as well. Next, their glosses. I talk about these constantly as well. These are beautiful, comfortable, just really fantastic shades, formulas, beautiful. They're so thick, but in a nourishing way, not in a sticky, tacky way. And I really just can't get enough of them. I will say the only ones I have are from mystery boxes. I've never bought one from the site because I don't feel the need to. Don't let the crazy colors fool you either. This orange actually goes on really beautifully, and kind of more of a barely there orange instead of this super bright orange in the tube. Super beautiful. Both of these are going to be traded out to be in a different component that's going to look more like this, more of a crystal type shape instead of this round snow globe. So if you want some of these, go ahead and get them now while they're on sale, trying to clear out inventory. This is another product I'm going to talk about. They don't have any singles available right now. It's only been in mystery boxes, but crossing my fingers for the day. This is their lip oil. Okay, so this is a product, again, only been available in boxes, not by itself. I'm hoping, I'm praying that these come available as singles because this formula is ridiculous. This is somehow an even more conditioning feel to the lips than their glosses are. It's still that thick feeling. It feels like it's coating and nourishing and just taking care of the lips. I absolutely adore these. I think I have two, one from Valentine's, one from Halloween. I love it so much. Absolutely beautiful. Now they have a couple of other products as well, some cheek products. I have the liquid blush from the Valentine's collection that's really beautiful. It goes on really well as well, stays on very well. But they also have some powder cheek products too. So I know they have some luminous blushes they just launched with their Spring Magic collection. I didn't pick those up. I don't love a luminous blush, but I've heard really good things. They used to have matte blushes that I think they're bringing back at some point, that I've heard really good things. I never got my hands on those. They had some liquid blushes, or sorry, liquid highlighters launched with Spring Magic as well that looked really beautiful. I just didn't need any, so I didn't buy any. They've had some powder highlighters, but I think they're discontinuing those, getting rid of those. And now what they're launching this month actually is going to be some luminous bronzers. I plan on skipping those. Again, the luminous is not my jam, but they look absolutely beautiful. So they have a huge array of products. I haven't really been disappointed in anything that I've gotten from them. They are continuously updating formulations to make sure that they're the best they can be. I just really like them. The price point is a little bit up there, so I would recommend using somebody's discount code to get anything off. But I highly, highly, highly recommend the brand. Next up, second to last, we have Glamlite. Now Glamlite is also a huge company. They have a bunch of products available. So to start off with my stack, I have some cheek products. I think only the highlighter that I'm showing you is available today, because I feel like they're clearing out some of their products and their licensing has been running out for some of the collaborations. This is a ghost face highlighter. We have more of a cooler tone, more of a warmer tone. These are so pretty in your face, reflective, just absolutely beautiful. Love these so much. And then this one I don't think is available anymore. This is a Scooby-Doo blush palette they did with a Velma and a Daphne shade. Their blushes are crazy pigmented, okay? It is ran by a woman of color, not me. So they're very, very pigmented going on. Fine by me, just have to be aware of that going in. Use a very light hand. I really enjoy their cheek formulations. I haven't had an issue with them. They make some really, really pretty highlighter palettes. The Rick and Morty one has been talked about for a hot minute now. They just did one with Fresh Prince that's really, really pretty that I've heard good things about. Highlighters, blushes, can't really go wrong. I've heard really good things about the Garfield cheek palette as well. There's two blushes in there with one highlighter. Love. They also have a huge array of lip products. So the one I'm going to talk about right now, this is the Ghost Face lipstick. It came with a black lip liner that I don't really use because that's not my jam. However, the color of the lipstick is absolutely gorgeous. It's a perfect like warm nude for me. Love it so much. I've not had too many of their lipsticks. I have a handful. I haven't been disappointed with the quality of them. I think they're really comfortable. They wear really well. And of course, their licensing deals that they have are always so fun. So that definitely kind of grabs you, pulls you in a little bit. This is the Ghost Face one again. Really, really love. And again, it comes with the lip liner. They do a lot of lip kits with their collection, so they'll have a liquid lipstick and a lip liner, or a gloss and a liner, or some kind of combination where there's typically two products in each kit. I think that's a really smart idea. I have a couple of their glosses that I forgot to pull out, but I'll still talk about them. They're nice glosses, but they're nothing special, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend them to you. Just something that they hold. If, for example, some of their lip kits have a lipstick and a lip gloss and you like one of them at least, I would still recommend getting it, especially at a sale if you can, because it's not like it's a bad gloss formula. I just really, really enjoy the Unearthly ones. So that's where my preference would lie. That's what I would recommend. But again, it's still good stuff, and they have pretty good prices as well. That's one of the founders' goals with the brand, is to have fun, good quality, affordable makeup. So there's that. Now moving on, they obviously do other things as well, including eyeshadow. I was looking at their site yesterday, I believe, and they have a couple of things that are still available that I own, but this is the easiest one to pull out. This is the Rick and Morty palette. 30 shades here, absolutely gorgeous. Their mattes are pigmented, they're blendable, the shimmers are impactful and shiny and typically pretty dimensional. I really enjoy their formulations for eyeshadows. I prefer a creamy matte, if that makes sense, and they almost always deliver on that, so I can't ever complain. The shimmers, again, pretty beautiful for the most part. There's a couple here and there that I just don't love, but nothing so horrible. So in addition to the Rick and Morty palette that I have that's still available, a lot of the Halloween collections are still available. So Chucky is still on the website, Friday the 13th is still on the website. The Garfield and the Kids palettes have been on my list for a minute, I just haven't grabbed them yet. But they make, long story short, they make really good eyeshadow, and I highly recommend them, especially if you want a pigmented, like bold in your face color and color payoff. I know some of us are a little bit scared of brighter eyeshadow, that's okay, but maybe don't get Glamlite eyeshadows if that's the case. There's other brands out there that will be more friendly to you. Okay, we have one more brand to talk about next. This is Blend Bunny, and boy do I have a stack for you today. I'm gonna just start at the top, not really any particular order. Technically we're starting with cheeks. This is the Noctilucent palette. If you've been here for a minute, you know I don't shut up about this. This is supposed to be a highlighter palette, but I use it as an eyeshadow topper palette. These shades in here are beautiful. They're almost all, except for that one, a translucent base with a colorful shift. So if you look on the back, we've got the whole rainbow, okay? I really love this as eyeshadow toppers. Just pop some glitter glue on, dab some of this on. It's absolutely beautiful. I get compliments almost every time I wear them with how sparkly and shiny my lids are. I absolutely adore this. Obviously, if you're just getting into indie makeup, you don't need it, but I highly recommend it if you want to feel, or if you feel comfortable with getting it and you think you would use it. By all means, I highly recommend it. I can't stop talking about this. It's beautiful. I use it so often, so often. Next up on the cheeks, this is the Solar Flare palette from Blend Bunny and Ellis Atlantis. This is the orange one, so we have more of a coral kind of color, an orange and a red. I usually just kind of been sticking to the orange. That's what I'm wearing right now, but I love it, okay? This was a great purchase for me because I have been eyeing juicy cheeks for so long, and I just never really committed to buying it. However, this really solidified that their blush formula is beautiful. Now this is kind of the same situation as Glamlite, where the pigment on these blushes is impactful, okay? You're gonna know it's there. Truly, I dab in like once for this palette before I go in, and that's all I need. So keep that in mind if you are a lighter skin like I am. But these blushes are absolutely beautiful. They stay all day, super pigmented. I am so happy with this. I want the pink one, I want juicy cheeks, I want bare cheeks, I want all their blushes. They're so beautiful. I really love Blend Bunny, and this is 2 for 2 right now, okay? No problems. Another category from Blend Bunny are lips. So I have the matte lip cream. I have 2 shades of this, and I prefer the shade called Tease. This one just wears off a little bit prettier in my opinion, but these stay so comfortable throughout the day. It's crazy. I highly recommend them if you'd like to try them. They're comfortable, they're pigmented, they're easy to use. I will say I have to reapply throughout the day. That's not an issue for me though, especially with the comfort and the wear off, especially with Tease, this one. The other one that I have is called Sweetheart. I love the shade of the lipstick, but when it wears off, it's a very bright pink and that would be fine. However, if I'm wearing eyeshadow that doesn't quite go with the bright pink, then that's where the issue comes in. But just reapplying, it's no biggie. I want to pick up a couple other shades of these because they're super comfortable. But they also have some lip oils. Now, I have this one called Squeeze, it's orange, and then I have Black Sugar, whatever the black one is from the, oh my goodness, Sickly Sweet collection. These are super comfortable. The tint that they have is kind of like a barely there tint. You can't super tell that you're wearing anything, but they're comfortable, they feel moisturizing, and they're easy to put on. The doe foot on these, let me show you, is massive. So this is a really good one to have just on the go and just swipe. You don't have to think about it at all. Really enjoy both lips. Okay, talking eyeshadows now, I have 3 to talk about. This first one is All Done Up. This is a beautiful palette for those of us that really like color but sometimes want to go a little bit more neutral, or if you really like neutral shadows but you want to try to branch out just a little bit. I love this palette so much. I talk about it very often. It's absolutely beautiful. One of the Blend Bunny kind of like trademark things is having a light, medium, and deep shade of each color. So technically we only have 5 colors in here, but we have the light, medium, deep of each one. And we also have a shimmer row as well that goes with each row, each column. Super beautiful. Some of these shimmers, the shade Shine right here is so pretty. It's ridiculous. It's beautiful. I just really love this color story. It's very fitting for me. We have another one that's a little bit more bold, but she's on her way out right now. It's very sad. This is called Machina. I really love the combination of shades in here. So we have a full grayscale column there. We have 2 blues, one that's more of an indigo, one that's more of a denim, olive green, red, and berry. I think this palette is beautiful. The shimmers in here, I feel like she has finally come into a shimmer formula that is one that I prefer, and they're right here in this palette. It makes me sad that this one's on their way out, but it is what it is. You gotta do it sometimes. The last item from Blend Bunny and the last thing we're talking about today, this is the Ellis Atlantis and Blend Bunny palette. Every time I mention this, I talk about how massive it is. Here it is compared to my face, and I have a big head. Okay, this is huge. This is an eyeshadow palette with 4 shades for each color gradient and a row of shimmers down the middle. If you like rainbow bright colors, this is all you will ever need. I was gonna recommend blends, but because there's no shimmers in here, this is the one I'm going with. I also like the neutral row in here a little bit more. Beautiful palette. It's massive, okay? And I say that every time, it's massive, but it's really nice. The shimmers in here are more of that topper formula, kind of like the Noctilucent, but eyeshadow specific instead of a highlighter. And then obviously we have our light, medium, deep, plus a black and deep brown. So if you wanted to alter the shades in any way, you can. You can also use one of these grays to kind of mute whatever shade you do. I used that method a lot in the Sugar and Grunge palette that's no longer available because of C&D, but I believe she's reworking it and going to be re-releasing that, so keep your eyes out if you want to look that up and see that color story. I really love this palette, Blend Bunny, all these brands, all these items for the most part. Let me know if this was helpful for you. I am a huge fan of these companies, of indie makeup in general. I just bought some more items from a brand called Simply Posh Cosmetics that I haven't tried before, that I'll have a review up at some point once they're here to me. I enjoy trying new indie brands, support small business. Let me know again if this was helpful to you in any way. I am here to answer any questions you may have if you want to leave them in comments. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.